Hello Leo, welcome to your August 2019 reading. Thank you for joining us. My name is Michelle.
My name is Richard.
We'll be doing a he said, she said style reading today, which means I'll be reading as you, Leo. Richard will be reading as the person that you're dealing with here in August. And depending on how you identify, either side could resonate, so please keep that in mind. Let's get started with your oracle cards. Firstly, from Myths and Mermaids, you've pulled La Sirena. Now you'll see this beautiful mermaid creature here, and it's very similar to the Day of the Dead, the Mexican Day of the Dead energy that I'm picking up around this. So it speaks about honouring the past, honouring past loved ones. A feeling here of someone who isn't living in the present, who is living on memories of the past. Perhaps even looking at the past through rose-tinted glasses, idealising the past or even a past relationship. Now, Richard has pulled from the Dark Goddess, the card of Pandora.
Yeah, Pandora is the archetypal gifted one of Greek origin. I think we all know the story of Pandora, how she opened the box and let out all the evils of the world. And all that was left in the box at the end was just hope.
So, yeah.
But the energy around this card has to do with being careful what you're getting yourself into.
Curiosity killed the cat. Let's see. I'll cut these cards.
I've got you at the bottom of the deck here, Leo.
I've already meditated on your energy. And if this one doesn't resonate, guys, don't forget we've got the He Said, She Style readings under the Soulful Repair playlist. So one of those may suit your circumstances better. If this one isn't resonant, and they're non-sign dependent, so check those out if you can. Let's take a look, Leo. We'll start with the status of this relationship. We'll take a look and see how you're feeling about this person. What are the strengths of this relationship? What are the weaknesses? Let's take a look at what you should continue to do, what you should stop doing, and what is the outcome.
So status of relationship, how this person feels about you, Leo. Strengths, weaknesses, what this person should keep doing, what they should stop doing, and the outcome if nothing changes.
So Leo, let's take a look. We've got the Eight of Cups in reverse. So immediately I feel an unwillingness to move on. I get a stagnant energy here around a past situation. So looking back at the past of what could have been or what should have been, that coulda, woulda, shoulda kind of energy. But perhaps it is time to actually move on from this. We'll see where this goes.
Okay, looking at the status of the relationship here, we have the Star in reverse, which speaks to a lack of hope and pessimism.
Let's take a look and see how you're viewing this person. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. Now, Leo, I'm picking that up as your energy, even though you're not a water sign. I feel emotionally at the moment, when I look at these two cards together, I get some emotional turmoil. And there was a lot of hope for a relationship with someone, but I feel that at the present time, you're trying to make it work, but it just doesn't seem to be working, and emotionally you're feeling quite at sea.
Alright, looking over here at how this person feels about you, Leo. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and that speaks to a missed opportunity. So there's a lot of pessimism and thoughts of missed opportunities over here on this side of the table.
Let's take a look at the strengths. The Knight of Swords. So you have the power within you here, Leo, to do something about this, how you're feeling. It may be that you need to take off the rose-tinted glasses and take action to get yourself out of a stagnant situation, one in which has led to, I get emotional, not being emotionally fulfilled. But you were staying in it because I think you'd hoped for change, or you'd hoped it would get better. But hope isn't enough, I feel. Here it's about taking action, and taking action towards something that for some reason I'm getting an energy around this of getting yourself out of a bad situation.
All right, looking over here at the strength for this person, we have the Sun. So that's about success. It's about making everything come to light.
Yeah, it's almost like, I see that card of Pandora there, and I see her opening the box and the lights coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if there isn't some kind of curiosity here around something better. Maybe a better place, a better relationship,
mm-hmm.
a better job.
Mm-hmm. Someplace warm.
Someplace warm. There is when someone's in that negative mindset, and I feel like they are, and have been probably for some time, they're really looking for a way out. That Sun there, it's growth, potential, all of the good things. Now the weakness here is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So yes, it's about recognizing when something isn't working and not putting in any more effort towards something that I get as wasted effort at this point.
Yeah, not knowing when it's over.
Yeah, it does seem to speak about needing to get out of something, but staying in it. I don't know why this is, but I feel it's more about you thinking about what this could have been or what it should have been.
Yeah.
That's what's keeping you in this.
Looking over here, we've got the Nine of Pentacles as being the weakness. So I think it's actually this person does have the ability to be out on their own. I think they have enough resources to handle being out on their own. It's coming up as a weakness though, because it's what is going to contribute to the ending of this relationship. The very fact that they can be out on their own and there's nothing really stopping them from going out on their own. And I do see this Sun here now as being what Michelle said, the thought of new opportunities.
Let's have a look and see what you should continue to do here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. It's mirroring how they're viewing the relationship. So it's about taking off the idealistic glasses. It's looking at the past here with nostalgia, but it's nostalgia for what could have been. It's not really nostalgia for anything that really was. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. So it's recognizing when something is not going to pay off for you, not going to be as prosperous, or as it didn't have the potential to go the distance, to have something long term. You wanted it. I feel that you wanted this so much. There was a lot of attraction towards this person, you to them as well, but unfortunately the payoff isn't there.
Looking over here, what this person should keep doing. We've got the Three of Swords. So the advice is for them to end this and to move on. It looks as though they want to move on. I get the impression that you were attracted to this person because of their sunny disposition, because they were a quite vivacious person. Yeah, is what I'm getting here.
That's right. This person brings light. They're usually filled with optimism, but I feel at the present time they're feeling less than optimistic because
if the lack of optimism is about the relationship here, yeah. I don't think it's mirrored in the rest of their life.
Right. Let's take a look and see what you should stop doing. We've got the Five of Cups, and it's in the reverse. Okay. I want to get one more card on that, because normally I see that as a good thing. It is about, of course, looking towards the future and trying to get over negative emotions, leaving the past in the past, recognizing that there's more to life. But it's saying that that's what you should not be doing. So let's see. What is this Five of Cups in reverse as what this Leo? Okay. Knight of Cups. Okay, I see. I get this. Now, what I feel here is that what you shouldn't be doing is immediately going out looking for love elsewhere. I think you need to spend some time, I want to say, processing.
Learning from this experience.
Yeah.
I think there is something to be gained here by looking at this relationship, especially if this is a pattern for you.
Yeah.
If this is something that's happened to you a fair number of times, you know, you've been all gung-ho for somebody, you've been very attracted to them, but you haven't been able to make it work, and it's just this continual cycle. It's something to be said for learning from this and figuring out what happened, you know, why you chose this person in the first place. I think there might be something to be gained by looking at that. Perhaps even going back to your childhood and thinking about, you know, often we choose characters from our childhood, like our parents, and we model our relationships off what they did, or the kinds of people they were involved with, or they themselves. So it's going to take a little bit of work, I think, on your part to analyse what's gone on here.
I get escapism. I get escaping when a relationship turns sour to something else immediately. But it's not a workable situation. It can't work that way, because I feel that you need time in between to be able to just be on your own for a little bit, to work through the emotions. Because if you go immediately into something else here, maybe even something from the past where you're thinking with the rose-tinted glasses about, then you run the risk of starting another relationship while you're in a state of emotional turmoil. And of course, how is that going to end? It's not going to end very well, and it's certainly not going to end in anything that's going to grow into something long-term. So it's very transitional. It's going towards something here for comfort, to make yourself feel better, to deal with a partner leaving you
without having to think about what happened.
Yeah.
All right, so looking over here at what this person should stop doing, we've got the Strength card in reverse. I think it's about succumbing to temptation. It's also about impatience as well. And I also get the sense that of not nurturing. So I think they've got to have a little bit of compassion. They've got to have some compassion for you, what you're going through. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from here. They're not being compassionate enough in this situation.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the outcome. Yeah, the Nine of Cups in reverse. You really hoped that this was going to work out. It may have been at the time something that you'd wished for, you'd wished to be with this person. Then it happened, but unfortunately I feel that you've tried to make it work, but it hasn't worked. It's left you in a state of feeling emotionally unsure of yourself. You're not sure why this hasn't worked. I do feel that as a strength is that you are someone who takes action. You're not someone that rests on your laurels. So when you know there's something you need to do, you do it. But the weakness is that you tend to use that energy and to get into things that turn out not to be the best thing for you, is what I'm getting from Spirit. So there's hastiness, there's speed, you tend to get involved and feel like you've made the right choice, but then afterwards it turns out to be the wrong choice, and then you're faced with this, I thought this was going to be working out a certain way, but it didn't. I felt that this was the right person for me, but now I'm rethinking. It's that kind of energy I feel. It's like rushing into something and then later on regretting that action.
Alright, so looking over here at the outcome for this person, we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse, which tells me that they're letting down a burden. And the burden, I think, is this relationship. It hasn't worked for them, and they're looking to move to something a bit sunnier.
Yeah, so unfortunately I think Leo, the thing is, and we have your card up here as them perhaps not paying enough attention to you. That may be part of it as well. So the energy around this Leo, is looking back at something that you'd really wished was going to work out to be, I get long term, I get contentment. This was something that you'd hope would fulfill all of your emotional needs. I get emotion around this. I don't feel that this was a superficial kind of thing. This was something you wanted it to last. You rushed into it thinking that it was the right thing to do, but then somewhere down the track you realized that, okay, it's not working. You tried to stay in it, but I feel you've come to a realization recently that this is not going to work out, but now you're using this energy again, and that's the danger of, that this one hasn't worked out, I've got to rush off here and see if I can find something that is going to work out for me, and rushing straight into something else.
Yeah, there could be an energy of wanting to end it before this person does.
It could be that as well. So real danger here of not seeing things very clearly and not learning from past mistakes. You know, when I see this, it's looking at the past thinking that everything was rosy in the past, but not looking at the mistakes that were made in the past and how they've led to your current circumstances. So there is a need here to step back, take some time for yourself and look at the past decisions, look at the choices you've made. How have they played a part in where you currently are? And then being able to institute change in your life, transformation, change what hasn't worked, the patterns, rushing into things too quickly, moving from relationship to relationship, things like that. What hasn't worked? Why is this unfulfilling? And then making the changes so that you can, I feel, start to move in the right direction. Because I get this as kind of, it's kept you in a loop here for a while where you haven't been able to achieve success in relationships because you haven't been taking enough time of reflection to see what works and what doesn't work for you. You know, Richard, looking at this, I'm looking at this King of Cups in reverse, and I'm wondering if we're not talking about a narcissist on this side of the table. I'm getting fast movement. I feel like there's movement on towards something else. And I'm wondering if the other person hasn't been, if there hasn't been a narcissistic discard that I'm picking up here. So let's see where this goes in part 2. I hope that you join us there. We'll be pulling out a lot more cards. We'll see where this goes.
We'll pull out some Normans as well.
And some oracle cards as well to guide you along this journey. And that'll be about another 30 to 40 minute reading. So if this is resonating, please join us. The link is below in the descriptions box, and that will be on the Vimeo channel. So please join us there. If this is not resonant, then please make sure to check out the Soulful Repair playlist. There you'll find readings like this done in the he said, she said style, but they're not sign dependent, so you may find something there that fits your situation more accurately. Now, we wish you the best with this, Leo. If you would like a personal reading, we're offering a special at the moment, the he said, she said, for 30 minutes. You can email me for more details, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, and that email's also in the box below. We wish you the best, Leo. If we don't see you in part 2, we will see you very soon.
Thank you, Leo. Goodbye and good luck.